Hi guys, today I will be talking to you about my report, The Intricacies of Business Communication in Turkey. Let's get right into it. So the purpose of my report, it all began with a question that I had regarding what business communication was like in a foreign country. I chose Turkey due to a rapid rate at which it is evolving in business sense and in economical sense. My report is organized in the following sections. One big header is the importance of formality, with two subsections, formal titles and greetings, and then the effectiveness of building a personal relationship with business partners. The second heading is language barriers. And then third is how technology is utilized in business communication. So let's get into the importance of formality. Okay, so navigating a foreign country is already challenging, but introducing the intricacies of communicating formally adds another dimension for margin of error. And the thing you want to avoid the most is miscommunications when it comes to making a deal. When money's on the line, you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. And so the topics covered in this section of my report will give you the tools and some tips to make a good impression on a business partner, which will put you on solid ground to achieve success in Turkey. It's really important to the Turkish people to gain your trust before being open to negotiation or further contact. Turks are very observant people, and they will observe how you speak to others, when and where and how you speak, and especially, most importantly, how you speak about their country. So, for the first subheading, it is formal titles and greetings. It's crucial to differentiate the ways you address men and women in the workplace. When you are greeting a Turkish colleague for the first time, it is formal to address a man by his full name, beginning with the word bey. For example, if Mr. Jimothy, a name that I made up, and I were in Turkey for business, I would greet him with Merhaba Bey Jordan Jimothy, which may sound unnatural the way I say it, but that's just because I haven't practiced enough probably. And then as for greeting a woman in a formal manner, you address a woman with her full name, beginning with the word bayan. For example, if Miss Ingram and I were in Turkey conducting business, I would greet her with Merhaba Bayan Cynthia Ingram. While this process may seem like more work, since it requires an extra step, it's really going to give you that leverage in Turkey. Let's see. Okay. And then the effectiveness of building a personal relationship with business partners. Building a personal relationship is deemed as important as a business relationship. And it's a really important process because you want to make sure you get off on the right foot with someone. And so I just made a little list of popular habits used to non-verbally connect and communicate with other people in Turkey. One is greet by shaking hands or by kissing on both cheeks. The shaking hands thing is like super universal, you know. But as far as kissing on both cheeks, that is not as much. Me personally would get very nervous before doing that, like having someone so close to my face. I'd be a little bit nervous, but these things will really help you out in their eyes. Never cross your arms or put your hands in your pockets while in a conversation, just to let them know that you are focused, you are listening, you are confident. And stand up when an elderly person enters the room in order to greet them. That's just another way of showing respect, because a lot of the people who are older will be the ones making big decisions for the company. So it's important that they like you and they know that you respect them and that you'll be able to handle their business with care. If you want to non-verbally communicate, yes, simply tilt your head forward. And if you want to non-verbally communicate, no, lift your head backwards and raise your eyebrows. And now these are just a few. I couldn't put them all, but these are just a few that I thought were the most necessary. And Now, language barriers. So, the most frequent communication problem in Turkey is the language barriers. The official language of Turkey is Turkish, which is spoken by 63 million people. However, other foreign countries that prioritize English as the language of business communication, such as India or Russia, Turkey is not like that. So that's just something to keep in mind as you proceed. While many young people are exposed to English, the older generation is not in the same boat. This is crucial to keep in mind when doing business with senior managers. Like I said on the previous slide, the higher ups will be the older people, which will be the ones responsible for a lot of the big decisions. Therefore, in an effort to prevent misunderstandings, miscommunications, it's really important to utilize an interpreter. I can speak to this. Anytime that I've traveled abroad, it is a huge help to have someone who speaks the language. Not that you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble, but it is like just very helpful and comforting, and it makes sure there's no miscommunications or complications at all. And so to the next, how technology is utilized in business communication. With the investment into the digital infrastructure by the government, as a result, there is a development of e-government services that have made businesses and personal life both modern and efficient. I'm so happy for them. There are now simplified administrative methods, increased transparency that goes along with digital privacy protection, and lastly, reduced bureaucracy. Turkish citizens now have access to online platforms that make their lives easier, and not just for business people, for everyone. You can use it for school, life, talking to your friends, anything. The development of digitalization has opened up a new world of marketing strategies, which helps the economy by increasing consumerism, allowing businesses to find their target audience more effectively. Just like in America, how we have cookies, when you go on a website. I thought this was really cool because I was reading that with all of these new developments, they now are able to make doctor's appointments online, get care easier, and I just think that added layer of efficiency is really important to modern life, So here's just a little bit of proof. I wanted to be able to demonstrate with an image how Turkey's doing. Now, the data that you see on the left side of the screen was projected in 2020 when the pandemic was happening. While the pandemic was really something. It really boosted Turkey's need to digitalize and evolve, which I think is really important, that it opened up a whole new world of opportunity for so many people. And the unemployment rate is supposed to be going down, which is great. We'd love to see that. More jobs, more opportunity, better economy. We love that. And they also, in the very bottom, I said that the government will implement an economic recovery program just to support the labor market if there ever is a global pandemic again. Hopefully there's not. And then on to the conclusion. The recent changes that Turkey has made, such as the integration of artificial intelligence, indicates that Turkey is on an uptick in the global perspective, which indicates a promising future of the business outlook in Turkey. And which is very exciting. It's very, very open to new ideas, new business. Turkey is a fast-growing giant of innovation and advancement that would be excellent to conduct business in. And that is my concluding statement.